opinions that you are not entitled to your own facts that terrorize you.
Hi, so once again, good evening and welcome to our first Coffee with the Principal. As stated earlier, my name is Alejandra Nzunza and I am your proud principal. I'm very excited to be part of the Sweetwater community, and I'm just so honored that I've been welcomed to Sweetwater High School, and I just want to welcome all of our parents and any students who may be here with us today. Thank you. And so we're going to start with a quick icebreaker. And so if you have your chat, if you can write in the chat your response, what is your favorite season of the year and why? So, ¿cuál es su estación del año favorita y por qué? And so if you can please write it in your response in the chat and we can share our favorite season. I'm seeing a lot of fall, summer, fall, lots of fall, winter, otoño, winter, okay. Summer. I'm seeing the cold weather. I like fall. I like to wear my coats as well. I see somebody wrote fall coats and boots. I am the same way. The beach. I like the beach. Summer can get hot. Lots of summer still. Winter. Oh, spring, primavera. Okay. I like spring flowers myself. Summer, hope and happiness. Oh, that's beautiful. Pumpkin spice latte. Yes, that's going to start very soon. Football. I myself am a football fan. Thank you everyone for sharing your favorite season. We always like to start with something just fun and that we can also see what we have in common. So thank you everyone for sharing. And so as I stated at the very beginning of this presentation, for our first Coffee with the Principal, I want to share the amazing staff we have on this campus who work extra hard for not only your students, but for this entire community. So you'll get a chance today to meet our administration, our leadership team, and our parent support team who is here for you for anything that you might need, any questions or any support. They will briefly introduce themselves. And if they're not here with us today, we do have a fabulous Starshot picture of them. So when you do get to come on campus and meet them, you hopefully will be able to recognize them. And so yes, that is my beautiful picture, but thank you for the wonderful welcome again. I'm Mrs. Nzunza, principal. And I will have our administrators briefly introduce themselves.
Hi, good evening, all parents. My name is Ana Gutierrez. I'm one of the assistant principals, and as you can see below my picture, I serve students with last names A through F. Thanks for being here.
Hi, parents. Good evening. I'm Jose Vargas, one of the assistant principals. Anything you need, please let me know. That's my alpha, G through N, but any questions you might have or anything, please come see us.
Hello parents, my name is Jennifer Marquez and I am the assistant principal for letters O through Z, but just as Mr. Vargas stated, we're all here to help all students. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hi, good evening everyone. It's Deborah Morris. I am your assistant principal of student activities. I oversee athletics, ASB, and events and activities on campus. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, good evening, parents. My name is Mr. Tran. I'm one of the counselors here at Sweetwater High School. I'm this year's head counselor. And again, the students that we work with is based on the last name. As you can see under my name, I work with a student with FRE to the HUR. And before the other counselors introduce themselves, I do want to make a note that in the next week, we are going to be adjusting the alphabet just a little bit. But currently, these are the students' last name that we work with currently. And then next week, we're going to modify just a bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Thank you.
Good evening, parents. My name is Marco Garcia, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys this evening. I am a Sweetwater alum, so I came to Sweetwater. I was a Sweetwater student many years ago, so I always like to throw that out. Sweetwater is my home, and I'm passionate about being here. And me, along with the rest of the counselors, are here for you. The counseling center is open for our students and parents to come by and visit. So we're hoping for a great year.
Yes, good evening and welcome, parents. My name is Maribel Arroyo. I'm another part of our fabulous team of 7 counselors here to help all of you. I have the privilege of working with students at the end of the alphabet. So as Mr. Tran mentioned, that will be slightly modified, but it's relatively around the S's through the Z's. So welcome, and as the counselors have mentioned, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Nancy Garcia. I'm also one of the school counselors.
Hello, parents. My name is Elena Vallejo Paez. I am one of our 7 counselors. So as you can see, we also have Ms. Chavez Casas and Ms. Luan Singh, who unfortunately weren't able to be here today, but we are all very excited. We know the last couple of years have been challenging, but we continue to be here for parents, for students. And please feel free to send us an email or give us a call, even if you don't know who your child's counselor is. Our secretary will help point you in the right direction. But we're very excited to be back for another year.
Hello, parents. My name is Claudia Tellez, and I'm very honored to be here to support our students and to support parents. I will be up on the 2nd floor if you ever need me in room 208. Thank you very much.
And Alma couldn't be here tonight, but she is our community relations facilitator. She's located in the Parent Center. She's here on campus every day. So if you have any questions in regards to Parent Center, parent volunteering, any of that, then Alma's the person that you would contact. Thank you.
Good evening, parents. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Denise Iniguez, and I am the Student Program Facilitator at Streetwater High School. I am in charge of our youth in transition, and I can be found on the 2nd floor, room 204. My doors are always open for our parents and our students. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Christina Zamora. I am the bilingual tester. I'm in room 203, right next to Ms. Denise Iniguez. And I test the kids that come out of the US or outside of the California.
Hi, good evening, parents. My name is Joe Lara, and I am the attendance coordinator, the king of attendance. So we want to get better attendance this year in school. So thank you, parents, for communicating with us if your kids are sick. And we look forward to a great year. Thank you.
I don't think Mr. Hernandez is here, but he is our athletic director and also our football coach. So he can be found on campus and also on the field. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jessica Spar. I'm the Health Academy Coordinator for Sweetwater High School, and I'm also a science teacher. Patty Cruz couldn't make it today, but she is our welding coordinator. If you have any questions about the welding program, we are here to help you out or answer any questions that you may have about the academies here at Sweetwater.
Good evening, parents. Nice to see y'all. My name is Brandon Rodgers, along with my partner, Rachel Griggs, who could not make it today. We run the after-school program, Red Devils After Dark, out of the Inferno Lounge here on campus. Programs are free and open to all students 9th through 12th, and we operate every single day. We're working on the morning hours, but currently the PM hours are from 2:38 until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and some occasional Saturday trips. So if you have any questions, you can email us. Our details are on the website, or you can drop by and check out the program.
Hola, hola. Hi, this is me. I'm Michael Garcia. I'm the librarian here at Sweetwater. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for being here. I just wanted to mention that, we've been working really hard trying to make sure that all the students have the materials they need for this school year. We want to make it a really great school year. Feel free, if you ever have any questions, comments, give us a call down at the library. We're really excited about this year. We're gonna be having events in the library this year, and some of those events are gonna involve parents. So keep an eye out, and thanks for letting me say hi.
Hello, I'm Susan Mateo, and I'm one of the restorative practice teachers on campus. And I work with students and teachers and administration on restoring conflict and harm if the need arises on campus. So I'm available via email, and also all administrators will know how to reach me.
Hello, I'm Marisol Munoz. I am one of the school psychologists here at Sweetwater High, and Mr. Schmidt and I are overseeing the program, and we have divided up the caseloads by case managers, but we're open to all phone calls, and then Mr. Schmidt and I work together with all families to make sure you're supported here. And my counterpart is?
Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Schmidt. I'm the other school psychologist. Nice to meet everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nurse Wagoner. Looking forward to a healthy and successful 22-23 school year.
So as you can see, parents and families who are here with us today, we have not only a wonderful staff who's committed and passionate, but we are here as a team, as your partner, in making sure that your students are in a safe, inclusive, and caring environment, so that we can not only focus on their strengths, but make sure that we have them on track as far as graduation and whether they choose to go straight to college or their career of their choice. We really wanted to start today to introduce our team and let you know that we are here for whatever reason you may need or any questions that you may have. We have a large team. And I just want to say, being here these last couple weeks, I absolutely love it here. And as you can tell, because we have such a strong and caring team. So thank you all for being here tonight with us. And we are going to give a little more information as well. We're going to go over a little bit about Student Handbook. We have some information from our counselors, and then also how you can get involved as a parent, because we definitely want parents to be here on campus and work with us when it comes to supporting your child. So Ms. Marcus, if you could come on board and talk a little bit about our Student and Parent Handbook.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nzunza. So the Student and Parent Handbook is linked here, but you can find it on our Sweetwater webpage. And it's really a useful book for you to find all of the information in regards to our campus. So it has, it may answer questions you may have. You can access contact information. You can stay up to date with dates and events and more. You can find out what bell schedule we're on. Pretty much anything you need to know, you can find it in this handbook. So it's very useful. This is what our Sweetwater High School page looks like. At the top, there's a link also where it says suh.sweetwaterschools.org. And from there, you can find, you have a parents link at the top. And then right now we have the Coffee with the Principal link on the front page as well. And again, you can find calendar, attendance, links to Jupiter grades, Infinite Campus, all of that information that you need to find for your student at our campus. So some of the information you might find in there also just goes over the Red Devil Way. As you may or may not know, we are a very spirited school. We all encourage everyone to wear red on Fridays. And along with the Red Devil Way, we talk about respect, about being empowered, being driven, diversity, being ethical, volunteering, having integrity, and being a lifelong learner. So all of that encompasses the Red Devil Way. And so we encourage you to just look at it and also go over it with your student, you know, especially if they're new to our campus, freshmen. We really want to show them the Red Devil Way and make sure that we continue all these beautiful traditions that National City and Sweetwater High School continues to have. Our attendance policy. So this is where Mr. Laura is the king of this. But if you have any questions about why your student has a certain grade in their class, in their citizenship, then you can look over this, which would tell you. So if you have 2 to 3 tardies, then that would equal a C in citizenship. There are ways for your student to make that up. If there's unexcused absences, for example, they can start going to Saturday schools, which would make up some of those hours. Sometimes, you know, emergencies happen. And of course, if you can call in or come in with a doctor's note, then that's helpful. And, but if, you know, if the absences kind of start to accumulate and there's a lot of them, then there will be some kind of consequences that do happen, non-privileged list. And as your student gets older, when they become seniors, that could affect their ability to join some of the activities like prom and grad night and all of that. So if you could help us, help your student get to school on time and every day, that would be very helpful. The ASB. So the ASB is the Associated Student Body, and that is found, Ms. Morris is the ASB AP. So that encompasses all of our clubs, activities, our senior stuff, prom, grad night, graduation, fundraisers, field trips, athletics, pictures, spirit days. So this week we were having a spirit week. If you saw your student dressing up, maybe today they dressed up as a little kid or an old person, that was part of our spirit week. And then again, every Friday, we encourage everyone to wear red. This is also found on the website, on the handbook, but it's a map of our campus. If you haven't been on our campus, you know, we do encourage you to come to games, come to visit, or to see your students involved in different activities throughout the year. It's a giant campus. So when you come on, if you get lost, you can have this on your phone handy, and then it'll help you just navigate through the campus. These are the important dates to remember for this year. I know it looks kind of small here, but again, in the handbook, you'll have a bigger copy of it, and it'll let you know all of the important days. Like it'll let you know when we have PLC Mondays, because that's not every Monday. It'll let you know holidays. It'll let you know grades. So if your student says like, oh, I don't have a report card, you can say, nope, I see it right here, September 2nd, it's your first report card. Special days to remember. So homecoming's on there, back to school night, which is coming up on August 18th, by the way, assemblies, and just a variety of different things that go on our campus all year long. And now I'm going to pass it over to our technology guru, which is Mr. Vargas, one of our assistant principals. So go ahead, Mr. Vargas.
Hi, good evening, parents. I just wanted to share a few tips and what applications we use at Sweetwater. That way you're able to support your son or daughter at home. So here on this page, we have just a little glance at some of the applications we use. At the top, you could see how we have a Gmail account for all students, which ends with the domain @sweetwaterschools.net. They could get in with their 8-digit date of birth. A lot of the accounts like Google Drive also goes in with their 8-digit date of birth. And this Google Drive account is the one that was created from 7th grade and carries on till 12th grade. As you might be aware, Infinite Campus, when you are registering your son or daughter, you know, you go to Campus Portal and you come in with your parent account. But students also have the ability to go in through the student portal and access information such as their schedule, their different resources like their lunch pin, or a bunch of information that you have on there. That would, again, goes in with their ID number and their 8-digit date of birth. And then Jupiter Grades, where teachers put all the grades that you can look at as well, and that you're logging in with their name or ID number, and then the student will set that password. And parents, you'll have your account as well, which I'll cover in a second. What we see here is a page, what we use to deliver the content in the classroom. It's called Google Classroom. It's basically a location where students can access content, videos, files, homework assignments, everything that the teacher wants the students to have at hand. This is the access for each class. You can find the class syllabus on there, which breaks down how students earn their grade. And you're also able to communicate. If you're a student, you can communicate with your teacher, and if you're a parent, you can go in there and communicate with the teacher. Now we can see it's broken down right here by work, and you can see how you navigate. If you navigate on classwork there, you can see what the classwork shows. So there's typically 3 tabs at the top of a Google Classroom. Your classwork, you could see all the different assignments that your son or daughter has worked on. Here's a page, a home page of what a classroom would look like. It's a very typical where the teacher would have what's going on for that day or week right there on the home page. And then you can see at the very top how you can navigate to classwork and grades. Also on the left, you see upcoming assignments and so on. So it's just a way to see all the different activities or assignments or projects that are coming up in that class. Now on this page, you'll see how to create that parent account. If it's the first time logging into Jupiter Grades, where you can see grades on a daily basis, what you need to do is you go to the website jupitergrades.com, and I suggest on your phone, after you get to this sign-in page, save it to an icon on your phone. You log in as a parent, enter all this information that you see here, and then you could just select forget password, and it'll prompt to create a password to get you in. Next, right here, you'll enter your email, and because you're going in as a parent, it will set you up with a temporary account and then allow you to reset that account. Now, in Jupiter Grades, as you see there at the bottom, there are video tutorials for all the different aspects of Jupiter Grades. It shows you how to customize the settings. And some of my advice that I give parents is put the text feature on to be notified. Something like you could get notified every Friday to get an update on all the classes. That's what, then when you get those notifications, you have something to have a conversation with your son or daughter about. And this is an application that should be used on a regular basis. That way you're having those regular conversations either a few times a week or once a week, just to make sure that your son or daughter is in the right direction to get the highest grades possible. Thank you, parents. Thank you.
So again, the counseling department, the 3 domains or focus areas that we work with students and families are, again, the academic planning, the social and emotional, and the post-secondary options. You know, we do have our own website. It is www.suhighcounseling.com. It has all information regarding high school graduation requirement, community service hours, scholarship, financial aid. It's a lot of information for students and families and parents to navigate through. Once again, we do have the counselors here. We do break down by last name. And the breakdown is going to fluctuate a little bit, but I'll give an update to the staff and to the team next week. On the right side, we do have counselors virtual chats with parents 4 times out of the year in each quarter. The dates are there, indicated there. When the time comes to close, we'll advertise it to the parents and to the parent center, and to provide them the links for the Stu High counselor chat with parents. And really, it's an opportunity for parents to connect with the counselors for us to give you an update on what we're doing for that quarter, and also just answer any questions that you may have regarding our school, the programs that we have here at Sweetwater High School in counseling, and also, how to connect with the appropriate resource here at Sweetwater High School or even outside in the community service as well. In the counseling, this is a general overview for this particular quarter, quarter one and quarter two. Again, each, we do have different plans as the second semester approaches for next school year. But right now, we're going to be doing, in quarter two, we'll be doing a 9th grade 6-year plan presentation with our 9th graders, followed by the 10th grade career exploration also in quarter two. 11th grade will be going to the classroom to talk to 11th graders about the post-secondary option and exploration. And then immediately, soon in about a couple of weeks, we'll be talking to the seniors, doing check-in with the seniors, also reviewing the graduation status and to see what they need in order to meet the graduation requirements. Immediately coming up very soon for our seniors and juniors are the credit recovery opportunity. We'll have one in the fall and one in the spring. Usually our fall credit recovery will start probably the second week of September that we're going to start planning. And then we'll have also one in the spring semester as well. Also, we do a lot of work with our students regarding the social emotional support. We do have a wellness room that we have here in the counseling office for any students that may want to come in and just want to take a little time out, throughout the day and just give them maybe about 15 to 30 minutes just to decompress so they can move on with the rest of their day. Thank you.
So I'm going to give some parent center updates for Alma. So if you could go to the next slide for me, please. So this is a link to the parent calendar. This recording will be posted on the parent page. So when you click on the link, can you click on it, please? So when you click on this, you'll see the parent calendar that's for the entire year. And on there, again, you'll see all of the coffee with the principals, our school site council meetings, parent safety meetings, Elac parent meetings, Title I parent meetings. There's parent committee meetings, the healthy talk. There are help with Jupiter grades and Infinite Campus, counselors chat, the principal's honor roll, parent volunteer appreciation, and the parent learning walk. So if you are interested in getting involved with any of this, then we do have a link today where you can sign up for it. And again, this will be posted. But on the next slide, there should be right there where it says parent elections. So when you click on Elac, Title I and SSC, which I believe we can put those into the chat right now. If you're interested, we do need some parent volunteers, and it's always great to have community members involved with the school because this is your student school. This is National City School. So if you want to be informed and part of the process to make decisions here, really invite you to come. So Healthy Talk is going to be on Wednesday, August 10th at 9 a.m. in the Parent Center. And then our open house, which will be taking place virtually, is going to be Thursday, August 18th. And that day is when we will be voting on some parent volunteers. So if you're interested, you need to reach out to Alma, and she has like a training and an informational meeting to discuss more about this. And then if you need help with Jupiter grades and Infinite Campus, that's IC, starting on August 23rd at 10 a.m. in the Parent Center. It will occur every Tuesday. So you can come, get some help, make sure that you are able to check on your students' grades and attendance, and just keep an eye on them.
And Ms. Marcus, can I just add, sorry, Ms. Azamar, can you go back? So our Elac committee, it's for our parents who have students that are English learners. And so if you know your child is an English learner, we have several meetings throughout the year where we give resources, support, and really it's an advisory committee for you to not just get updates from our district, but also supports we have here on campus. And so if you would like to be that, we also have representatives that will go to the district as well. And then our Title I, the majority of our school is a Title I school. And what's really great about that is that we do receive extra funding so that we're able to provide supports, tutoring, anything that we might need for our students here on campus. And so that is another way for our parents to get involved and learn more about what we do here as a school and then at the district level. Our school site council is one that is a very important committee. So on school site council as a parent, your role would be to advise us as a school, meaning administration. We have students on this panel. We have teachers on this panel. It's a voluntary group, but it does allow us to have what we call check and balances and be able to look at what we're doing well, maybe what needs we need. And you as parents also give us feedback as part of this committee and how we also spend a lot of that Title I funding. And so I really highly encourage you to get involved, be part of this be part of these committees. If you're interested in school site council, you'll be working directly with me, Ms. Marquez. And then we have Title I and Elac, who we also have other administrators who are also involved in those committees as well. So I just wanted to just explain a little bit about the committees and what they do.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the explanation, Ms. Nzinza. So please, again, if you want to get involved, this is some pictures of the last few years where parent volunteers have come in, and this is all the different places that we can really use your help. So we have cap and gown distribution. You can help in the library, Mr. Garcia. You can be chaperones. You can help us out in the main office, principal's honor roll, and then we also do Parent Volunteer Appreciation Day. During graduation, you can help out with rehearsal. And then one of the big things also that they do is a reclassification ceremony. So for EL students, once they are classified, then we have a big celebration, and up at the corner you can see the event preparation. So they made all of those flowers so that they could be a backdrop for all the students to take pictures, which was really nice. And you just kind of get to see, supervision also, which we also would really like help with. So you kind of get to see what your student does, sees, gets involved with here on campus, and parents are a really important part of that. So if you want to get involved in any way, small or big, we really invite you to come on in, and then these pictures could be of you next year. Once again, so for more information on anything parent related, volunteering, Alma Martinez Moran is our community relations facilitator, and she's located on our campus every day, so Monday through Friday in our parent center. And this is her phone number and her email address. So if you want to reach out to her, please do, and she can answer all of your questions.
Thank you, Ms. Marquez. Yes, parents, I can't stress enough the importance of continuing to be involved. And just like today, you're here with us this evening. I know there's so much we need to do when we're at home after work, but I truly appreciate your time here with us today. And if you have, it could be a day, it could be half a day, anything that you can get involved in. A lot of those meetings that we have, some are morning, some are after school. But I can't stress enough the importance of being partners with us, with your child. I know in high school, they were like, Mom, I'm good. You know, you don't need to come. Maybe you were involved in elementary, and then in middle school, it's like you're kind of involved, and in high school, they don't want you, right? Hands off. I'm a teenager. I'm about to be a grown-up. But it doesn't matter how old our children are as a parent. It's so important to be involved and that they see you being visible. And just like today, thank you so much for being here today. There was a question, I think, in the chat, and I think just the Google Forms, maybe we can put them in there if parents want to go straight to the forms. Great idea, Ms. Deis. So at this time and moment, I know we've spoken a lot to you and there's a lot of information. Perfect. We already have something in the chat. This is the time to ask any questions. Hopefully we can answer them at this moment. And if we don't have an answer, we will definitely get back to you. But this is an open time for questions from any parents. You can raise your hand. You can put it in the chat.
Ms. Guadalupe Estrada has a question.
Yes. Would you like to unmute, Ms. Estrada?
Sí, ¿puedo hablar en español?
Sí, está bien.
Buenas tardes. Disculpen, solo tenía una duda, apenas estoy entrando a la junta no tenía idea que había ahora café con el director y acabo de revisar mi correo electrónico y a las 5 de la tarde mandaron que iba a haber esta junta con la directora y solo quería saber si fue un descuido de mi parte o si ya lo habían mandado anteriormente con días de anticipación.
Sí, se mandó un correo la semana pasada y el de hoy fue más de recordatorio. Se mandó por, la verdad tratamos de mandar por 2 métodos, por Infinite Campus y también por Jupyter, porque hay muchos papás no tienen, a veces no se registran en Jupyter, entonces tienen Infinite Campus. Entonces sí tratamos de mandarlos por los dos, pero de aquí en adelante también tenemos ya el calendario, entonces vamos a mandar no solamente un correo antes, pero también un recordatorio. Y ese es el día, es como hoy que se mandó ese.
Oh, gracias. Entonces, directo a mi correo electrónico personal no va a llegar, va a estar llegando entonces en Jupyter.
Sí, bueno, y también por Infinite Campus, no sé si puede revisar la semana pasada, a lo mejor le llegó uno. A veces dice como do not reply, como el email dice algo así, at Sweetwater Schools. Y luego por Jupyter, señora Estrada.
Ah, ok, perfecto. Sí, anteriormente, hace unos años, me llegaba mi correo electrónico. No sé si ahora es nuevo que debo de mirar a Infinite Campus o no estaba familiarizada que tenía que revisar ahí, sino que yo más bien estoy esperando que me lleguen a mi correo electrónico, pero voy a empezar a hacer eso.
Ok, no, pero sí le deben de llegar a su correo electrónico. Entonces sería bueno quizás, no sé, yo pueda ver si es el correo correcto.
Sí me llegó, pero nada más la de ahora.
Ok.
No me ha llegado ni la semana pasada a mi correo personal que vaya a ver este café con la directora. Por eso es que estaba comentando.
Ok. Y si gusta después de esta junta o cuando se termine que dar, me puede dar el nombre de su alumno y así puedo también verificar si tenemos su correo correcto también.
Muchísimas gracias.
A usted, muchas gracias, señora Estrada, que vino de todos modos, aunque fue de último minuto.
La señora Castellanos tiene una pregunta acerca de la computadora de su hijo y luego tenemos a otra padre de familia levantando la mano.
Ms. Castellanos.
Hola, buenas tardes. Una pregunta. Lo que pasa es que la computadora de mi hijo no funciona y él ya sacó una F. Y pues no sé cuándo se la van a arreglar porque dice que no le funciona. ¿Con quién podría arreglar? O sea, ¿con quién arreglar ese problema para que él tenga su computadora bien?
Señora, ¿su hijo dice que no trabaja la computadora? ¿Lo acaba de agarrar este año?
No.
¿No?
No, él ya estaba, este año es el último año ya.
¿Y puede venir a la escuela para hablar con nuestro tech para enseñarle la computadora?
Sí, mañana voy a la escuela.
Sí, porque tal vez no sé si necesita que lo vea el señor Duncan, porque a veces hay updates o hay cosas que necesita y se lo puede traer, él lo puede ver aquí en la biblioteca.
En la biblioteca, ¿cómo se llama él?
Mr. Duncan.
Duncan, ok.
Ajá.
Muy bien, ok, gracias.
Gracias.
Mañana yo voy en la mañana. Gracias.
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 Ms. Gutiérrez.
Sí, buenas tardes. Yo nomás un comentario pronto es de que yo tengo entendido que las que ya tenemos ya tenemos hijos ahí en la high school es de que siempre se va a usar el mismo link para las juntas.
Sí, siempre es el mismo link.
Ok. Y otro, pues quería darle la bienvenida a la directora de que va a empezar con nosotros en nuestra escuela y a su nuevo personal. Y muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, señora Gutiérrez.
Gracias a usted también.
Ms. Sanchez?
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Sweetwater.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding the restrooms. My understanding is that the restrooms are closed during the lunch break and it's limited down to only 2 restrooms, which becomes with a lot of traffic, or there's long lines for the students to go to the restroom, and and they end up being in line and then have to go back to class. And so it's either a choice of going to the restroom or being on time to class. Is there a specific reason for that?
Yeah, so, or I don't know if Ms. Gutierrez, did you want to?
Yeah, I can answer that question. So all of the restrooms are open during class time. So everything is open during classroom time, any period during the day. Where we do close one of them down. So again, we have 3 that are normally open during class time. During nutrition break and lunch, we do close down one of them. So you're right, Ms. Sanchez, we have 2 that are open. We monitor those lines. In fact, I myself am in the 600 bathroom, and Ms. Marquez is in the 700 restroom area, and we monitor those. The line is long at the very, very beginning, and then we get them through really quickly. There is never, ever a time where the break ends and there's still people using the restroom ever. So we monitor them. We make sure they're stocked properly. We make sure that it's safe for all students to use the restroom. And a lot of students have actually said thank you for being in there and monitoring that, so nobody's cutting or so forth. So you're right, Ms. Sanchez, there is a line at the very beginning, but I can tell you that there is not one student that doesn't get to use the restroom. We don't close the door if a kid is still in line. And I hope that helps. We are working on hiring another security guard. And once we get that person processed and through, then our hope and we will be opening up all the restrooms. But again, we want to make sure that they're safe, that they're clean, and that students are using the restroom for the right purposes. And so that is why we do that.
I'm glad that you mentioned for the right purposes, because that is a concern that I brought last year regarding the kids using it to smoke in there, and
Yeah.
which was making the other students avoid going to the restroom. And also that there was not hand soap or the proper tools that they needed inside the bathroom. Now, my other concern or question is, how many students are going to Sue High right now?
So last we checked, and Ms. Insulza, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's around 2,500 students.
And so there's only 3 restrooms for 2,500 students?
Yes, and that's always been that way.
And is that the norm for other school campuses?
It's about the same that I've seen at other campuses. I don't know if another administrator wants to chime in, but that's what I've seen at other campuses as well.
Yeah, I can chime in here, and this is Mr. Vargas, and that's being on another school site at other school sites. It is the norm. What we starting in the school year, we start assessing the trends with students. And what we're seeing, and whereas we see these lines, like Ms. Gutierrez said, we only see a line like the first 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, then it's open. There is no line whatsoever. Students are that need to use the restroom, use the restroom. Students that need to use the restroom throughout the day, the restrooms are open, and we don't see a line. If we ever come to the point where we see that there's an increase in restroom use, then we would open the necessary restrooms.
I just want to, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to clarify, Ms. Sanchez, that I want to clarify that during class time, all restrooms are open, and that's actually more than the 3 that we talked about. So that's actually the 300 building, or the top floor of the main building, is open during class time. So that's 1 restroom. The second floor, 200 restrooms are open during class time, and the 100 restrooms are open during class time, 700 and 600. So I think I want you to know that 5 total are open during all class time. It's just during lunch and nutrition break that we close down some of them for security reasons, and we put a supervisor in every single restroom.
Is there not enough staff to have all of the restrooms open at all time to monitor them?
Not at the current moment.
Because that means that the student's going to be missing out on class time, or if even the student is allowed to go to the restroom during class time.
So all students should be able to use the restroom during class time. And so again, all of them are open during class time. We do not have enough supervisors currently, but we are working. Right now, we're going through a process of clearing another security guard. So he'll hopefully be starting in another week or so. And our hope is then we can add another restroom. But again, like you said before, our #1 concern is to make sure that the restrooms are a safe place for our students to use it in the proper way. And we want to make sure, like I said, there is a supervisor in every single one of those restrooms during lunch and nutrition break to make sure that it's, you know, stocked properly, that students are getting through. And as Mr. Vargas said, I myself am in one, and I can tell you there is no line after like about 10 minutes, and then there's nothing. And I still stand in there and wait and make sure that everybody gets to use the restroom.
Well, that's great to hear that you guys are working on getting someone else added, another security guard. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
I think Miss Monica de la Cruz was next.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Okay. So question for Infinite Campus. So I have a junior and a sophomore, and I've never actually had access to Infinite Campus. And it's just telling me that my credentials are wrong. So I was wondering, how do I go about like resetting everything? Who do I have to contact?
Yeah, I can answer that question. So if you stop by and visit any of the main office clerical staff, they can assist you with resetting your password, or you can call and we can assist you in resetting your password. This campus portal, or Infinite Campus parent account, this is the account where you created a username and password every single year for registering your son or daughter. And if you need to reset that password, or you forgot your username, we can reset that for you as well. You're muted, man.
If I have not set it up for this year, that means I just need to do that and I should be good?
Correct, because it's the same username. Since if your son or daughter was started in the Sweetwater district in 7th grade, it's the same account.
Okay, and then my son is one of my sons is just telling me that he is not able to access his either. So should he go to the main office as well?
Yes, we can assist with giving him access. Now, the only reason that the account would not be available would be that he just started and was not in our district.
Okay. No. Okay, so I'll have him go to the main office for that.
Sure. Yeah, he can stop by and come and see me. Just have him see Mr. Vargas. I'll assist him.
Okay. And then one more thing that I kind of just wanted to bring up. So one of my sons had to be cleared to play football. And he was missing a form. And so I had to do the register my athlete online, but he's like, Mom, I need there's a third form that we need to turn in. It's the COVID waiver. The instructions that we got in order to clear them, weren't clear as to where we obtained that COVID waiver. So, I mean, maybe I should have paid a little more attention on the Register My Athlete, but I believe, because I was going to the Sweetwater website, trying to figure it out there until finally I was like, well, let me go back into Register My Athlete. And that's where it was. So maybe I don't know if you guys update the form, the instructions on how to register them. If you guys can add on there, download the form on Register My Athlete, because I had no idea, like, where do I look for this form? So that's maybe just a little suggestion, I guess, that I wanted to give.
Yes, I wrote that down, Ms. De La Cruz, and so we can definitely take that back to our athletic director and Ms. Morris, our AP in charge of ASB and athletics.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, because I'm pretty computer savvy, and I was like, if I had a hard time, I'm like, imagine, these parents who they're probably like, oh no. So it was just a suggestion. So I appreciate it.
That one needed a wet signature, I know, because I had to do it too for my child and my daughter. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So I definitely will take that back, Ms. De La Cruz.
Okay, awesome. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Maria Diaz.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Pues mucho gusto de conocerlos a todos. Yo nada más tenía dos sugerencias o dos preguntas. La primera es sobre las computadoras de los muchachos, porque la computadora de mi hijo no sirve, no sirve, la pila no dura, y 2 veces fue para a ver qué podían hacer, y le dijeron que el técnico o la persona que se encarga de eso andaba de vacaciones y que regresaba no sé hasta cuándo. Entonces no les dan una solución rápida a algo que es herramienta para ellos que necesitan. Y la otra es también sobre los baños. O sea, ya escuché lo que dijeron, que van a tratar o a contratar un seguridad. La verdad me da gusto escuchar eso, porque la verdad yo también me la paso preocupada por mis hijos, porque ellos no van a la escuela, no van a los baños de la escuela por los problemas que hay. Y aparte, por ejemplo, dicen ustedes que están abiertos durante las horas de clase. Pues sí, pero por ejemplo, mis hijos ahorita están en la clase de banda o el ensayo de banda y salen a las 7 de la noche y ya hay baños que están cerrados. Entonces ellos todos los días salen corriendo a casa y la verdad para mí es una preocupación. Y sí me gustaría que estuvieran más al pendiente para que ellos pudieran estar más tranquilos y poder hacer uso de los baños de la escuela.
Yes, and definitely heard, the concern about the bathrooms. And I also was checking the chat as well and saw the concern about the odor of marijuana in the restroom. And so clearly we're all on the same page that there's a need, right? And that we as administration understand that it is very important to provide a safe place for children. I have 2 children in high school, and it is really personal to me to make sure that I'm in the restroom every single time there's a break. We are, I guess the best thing I can tell you is we are actively recruiting more security. Like I told you, we have one that's right now in human resources. We're so close. My hope is that he can begin very soon in the next week or so. And so again, all of us as a team, every employee that you have seen here tonight understands that safety is #1 for all students, and we will work very hard to make sure that bathrooms are safe places for students. And so I know we're not perfect, and I know it seems like it's a lot of students when I said, 2,500, but just know that it's all of our job security, and we will make sure we will do the best we can to make sure that they're safe, okay?
And Ms. Díaz, si quisiera al final quedarse aquí para darme el nombre de su alumno, para que le puedan ayudar con esa computadora, porque sí, lo necesita. Entonces, si se puede quedar al final, ya que termine, para que me pueda dar su nombre ya más en privado.
Claro que sí, muchas gracias.
De nada. Ms. Marina Dircio, I think.
Sí, buenas tardes. Tengo una pregunta sobre la persona que está encargado del técnico. Tengo a mi niño en el 11 y ha tenido problemas. Yo sé que aún más he escuchado de que han llegado más estudiantes este año, donde su Wi-Fi, el network, como que les está fallando mucho. Entonces, él no tiene un celular, ¿verdad? Yo como padre respeto la decisión de cada padre que le quiera comprar o le quiera dar un celular a su hijo. Yo estoy tratando de cuidar el mío, pero llega el momento donde él ya está creciendo, pero me dice, mamá, a veces en la laptop a veces no puedo tomar fotos, el internet está muy despacio, no puedo descargar a veces la tarea, lo que necesito, y pues a veces yo miro a mis compañeros que pues, los que tienen su celular lo pueden hacer a través del celular, y mi pregunta es, el distrito Sweetwater no podrá tener mejor calidad en el network para que no haya interrupciones. Yo sé que son muchos niños que van a estar usando el Wi-Fi, la internet, es mucho, no sé, mucho potencia. Y sí me gustaría ver que si el distrito Sweetwater se podría mejorar en eso para que cada estudiante, así como decían las mamás, problemas con la computadora, ¿por qué? Porque pues ahí hacen todo, hace su trabajo, ahí dependen, ahora sí, no es como nuestro tiempo, que todo era escrito en papel y eso, pero sí me gustaría con que la persona, dejar de saber la persona técnico al distrito que podría mejorar la calidad de internet. Esa es mi pregunta, y también estoy de acuerdo con los demás padres del baño, y les agradezco también a la escuela de que estén preocupados también por agarrar más personal, seguridad para a nuestros hijos, y también para que el día de mañana no pasemos, ahora sí, no estemos en una situación desagradable como han pasado otras escuelas, como en Texas. Buscar la seguridad de nuestra comunidad, de que Dios no quiera que esto pase aquí, un shooting, que entre una persona, eso también es algo muy importante que las distritos, ¿verdad?, deberían de también, porque he ido yo a la escuela y a veces pueden tener la puerta abierta o la gente se puede meter, y también esa es una de las cosas que también verán nuestros hijos, pues prácticamente están todo el día en ese lugar, y es como su segunda casa, y queremos que nuestros jóvenes, ¿verdad?, nuestros hijos se encuentren seguros, y también, claro, todos ustedes también. Y esa es mi pregunta. Gracias.
A usted, estamos muy de acuerdo, y señora, me leyó la mente. Justo ayer hablé con nuestro distrito, el que se encarga del departamento de conectividad, porque sabemos que más que nada aquí en el edificio grande, en el segundo y tercer piso, estamos viendo que ha bajado la conectividad. Han estado trabajando en eso los últimos 2-3 días, pero él va a venir aquí a la escuela para también ver qué está pasando cuando se tratan de conectar, qué pasa, pero sí he platicado con ciertos maestros, entonces también estamos en eso. Por eso le digo, me leyó la mente, porque sabemos que eso es lo que ellos necesitan, y también los maestros, ellos planean su trabajo, su día, pensando que va a haber conectividad, entonces no hay, que tienen que hacer copias, entonces también es para apoyar a nuestros maestros que también trabajan mucho en tener una lección preparada para nuestros alumnos. Entonces, sí, estamos trabajando en eso, y el distrito está totalmente y completamente sabe lo que está pasando.
Muchas gracias.
A usted, señora. And I think there's something in the chats. Oh yes, Ms. Sanchez. Yeah, we've had some connectivity issues this week, and so our director of IT, and they're well aware, and so I'm working with them. I just had a conversation yesterday with them, and so I'm actually I've been going in classes to see exactly what the kids are seeing, what they're getting or not getting. So we are working on that connectivity, and they actually already did some solution. And so I know we're still having some drops, so we're still working on that. And I know Ms. Marquez put something on the chat. Is there any way we can construct more bathrooms? I can definitely take that back to our district. I don't know if we can, but we definitely can take that back. So we do have 2,500 students this year. We actually have a little less than I think last year. So we are a little lower, but it is a big school and lots of students. So we agree.
There's one more question at the end from Jose. So again, the decision to close some of the restrooms. So what we've done is we've closed the main building. There's 3 floors in the main building. During nutrition break and lunch, we closed those 3 restrooms. And one of the reasons why we do that, we chose those restrooms, is because we actually don't allow students in the main building. During that time, we actually ask them to leave because it's a matter of safety. There's lots of places that there's not supervision. And so we go ahead and move everybody out to the outside where there's lots of supervision and cameras and things like that. And so the bathrooms in the main building are the ones that are closed. And that again is because we move everybody out. But once we get our next security guard, our hope is to go ahead and open the 100s back up. And so to be specific to your question, Jose, is it approved by the district? And so they know that we're short one security guard. And so again, they're working as hard as they can. Human Resources working as hard as they can to clear. We have a wonderful person that's lined up that we think he's going to be great. He knows a lot of the kids. And so we think that it's going to be a great addition. And so once we get him up and running, we'll go ahead and open that last bathroom up. I hope that answered your question.
Are there any other questions? And again, you can stay after if you had a question, or if I asked maybe for you to stay so I can get your child's name to help further support. Otherwise, it is 7:10. I would like to honor your time, especially those that have been with us since 6 o'clock. These are great questions, and as I said earlier, we're partners in this together, and so we definitely want you to ask these questions so that we also get feedback and we're able to find solutions so we can help everyone here. So if there's no more questions, or if, like I said, if you'd like to stay, you may stay. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening. Muchas gracias a todos. Si ya no hay preguntas o quisieran quedarse aquí con nosotros un ratito más.
Buenas tardes.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Tenía una pregunta, señora?
No, todo está bien. Que tengan buena tarde. Todo está bien.
Ay, muchas gracias. Buenas noches.
Also, our next coffee with the principal is on September 1st. So thank you.
Señora Márquez, sí, si se aclara como voluntaria, sí nos puede ayudar. Claro que hay entrenamientos de cómo ayudar en supervisar, pero sí tendrá que pasar por el proceso de voluntario. La señora Alma no está aquí con nosotras, pero ella podrá ayudar con ese proceso de ser voluntarios, y claro que sí, sería bueno. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Like I said, if I ask for you to stay or you need to stay and ask a specific question, you may do so.
Hello? Have a good evening.
Bye,
Hello?
Ms. Mateo.
Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Marquez.